these up here.
What's that?
We got to blow some things up.
All right, launch is ready. So go ahead and take your launcher. You're gonna, when it's time to launch, you're gonna press the red button, but not until then. So we're gonna count down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, go recover. Launch area is clear.
1 o'clock. Let me swing back before you go. And you've got these as well?
Yep. Yeah, we've got everything.
Everything in parts here. A lot of stuff. So.
Okay, range is clear. Next person.
What are our string of lights? What are they?
Like little lanterns.
This has never even been out, has it?
I've seen one with like little chilies. They're red. There you go.
Carry it around.
Well, now that we have it all together, and I have to leave.
If we just point it down.
You're going to leave today?
You're not even going to see first light out here.
I brought a radio telescope this time.
Yeah, right. Microphone splitting, huh?
What I like about it is, the sodium light looks up, but this main mirror collimates standing up. If you put a laser collimator in here, and you can see the dot, and it's anywhere close, if you turn these the same direction, they lift or drop the mirror. If you turn in counter directions, they tilt the mirror. It works very fast. You can do it in about 3 or 4 minutes total. From the time you insert the collimator and get these things set up. It's very fast, it's very convenient, and here to pivot around its center point. So instead of sliding it this way and tilting it that way and doing this back and forth 100 times, which is what I've always had to do with every other Dobsonian that I've worked with, this has 2 controls and a locking control. The main mirror also has a lock. The screw head that jacks the mirror up and down has got a locking screw which is accessible through the sun.
Keeps the sun light in a constant direction so that your telescope can be fixed. I built this thing to take to Galindo. What had bothered me in the past is putting a telescope...
You might hold up until everybody gets it.
It's a long
He's
time. We don't want
excited.
anyone to miss out.
Reprogram. Let's see, there are a couple of things. This is the solar filter, and it's a lot easier to align it with the solar filter off. So with this on here, exposures are about 125th of a second at ASA 800. It's just really convenient. And if you want to look at sunspots or something, you just you can stick the eyepiece.
Camping gear and the telescope, everything in this vehicle.
to go to Star Party, so I sort of compacted everything down. But a few features of this, other than kind of the normal sort of bearing size issues, probably sizing varies up a little bit from Dave Creedy's numbers, but the collimation system uses one fixed point at the top and two adjustable at the bottom, which I can adjust from right here. Pretty much a standard situation with the secondary up there. On both the altitude bearings and the azimuth bearing, which of course this is a awesome platform I have it sitting on, I changed out two of the bearings in each spot to actual rollers because I didn't need that much, you know, restriction control. So I actually put two rollers into the equatorial platform and just have one Teflon bearing. Then they lock down. Then I have my wheels just catch right in front of the gearbox. Put right in there.
The 5-inch F9 set of refractor doublet. Everything on it except for, well, eyepieces and stuff. Clamps are is homemade and the focus, but everything was picked up at used sales and here and there. So you know, you have boxes full of stuff, and you plug it in. But I have 5 right now. 5 baffles in here. Everything is the baffles are actually separated by the black fuzzy stuff on a
Felt.
sort of, yeah. It's more than felt though. Yeah.
The velour?
Black. On a
The velour paper?
hard plastic backing.
Yeah.
And so it rolls into the tube and just locks everything in place. So you cut those to the right length and you just drop them in, slide the
Flocking paper.
No, you just slide the plate down onto it and put the next one in and slide the next plate down. Go. The lens originally came in a plastic container. The very last thing that I did on here, I decided I don't like that piece of plastic. And so I spent an awful long time on building a lens cell and learned a lot about threading large things and having them actually made properly. But it was an interesting job. The scope again was a sort of a trash, or the mount was a trasher I picked up at Texas Star Party, but not Texas, Okie-Dex. And it's all been totally rebuilt. Electronics are new.
I do need to change it though to be my name. But that would be. Okay. Close. Good. I'm Bob Bixie from the Colorado Springs Society. We do a lot of outreach in the Springs, and so we're at Garden of the Gods, we're at monthly star parties, and I'm out, you know, showing them Saturn or something, and everybody grabs their cell phone and says, I want a picture of that. And they're up there and there's a big line and it's just a mess. And so I thought, well, I should do something about that. Well, they make clamp-on eyepiece adapters for cell phones, and you put your cell phone in here and you get it lined up, you clamp this down. Well, that takes about 15 minutes to set up. So I took this piece off, and this bracket is kind of nice because it clamps onto the eyepiece. What I used was a 15 millimeter Meade QX eyepiece. I took the rubber cup off of it, and so I can clamp that eyepiece in this bracket, And then I designed and 3D printed this plastic part that has 2 hidden nuts on the back side for these mounting bolts. This is just a 2-inch adapter to go into my diagonal. And so now I've got this as my eyepiece. And so I can put that in here. And on normal nights, the moon's about that high. And so you can take your cell phone and you can go to the camera and you zoom down in and just lay it here. And now with some tool adhesive self-stuck on here, it's kind of sticky, so your cell phone will actually stay there. And so people can put their cell phone down and adjust and get over the eyepiece, get the moon, tap on it, get a focus, take their picture, and move on.
Cool idea.
Very cool.
So
Pressure in there control which wavelength through.
Well,
That's interesting.
like up here, they said there's 5 plates of glass, all with different refractive indexes,
Oh, okay.
and they're placed, they're spaced with an angle.
It's really cool. Mom?
Yeah.
I want a ton to do that.
Well, I think we might just be looking at it, my love.
Good activity.
Why don't you go walk on the shadows for the kite? Can you do that?
Let's
Yeah. You're going to be interested to see those things.